Yo. I hope you've been having a fantastic week. I'm excited to be back with you for another episode of Soul Swami Live. This is normally book club, but as you will see or shall see, book club will be evolving and changing. So we'll talk about that in a second. Let me get this started. So what is next? Blah blah blah. Cam on. Let me see. Bamba. All right. We're not gonna sweat it. We're gonna keep the party going. So setup slightly different. We're gonna be doing a couple of things different. There should be a poll showing up in the chat at some point, especially if specifically if you're on Twitch or YouTube, it should show up there. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you might have to go to Twitch or YouTube to be able to see it. Let me get everything together. All right. Let me get to boop boopy doop. Oh man, it looks wide open in here. Jesus. I generally had a camera in just a smaller space. I do like the wide openness of it. So I don't know how the camera's gonna look differently, but it's going to be different. Okay, so welcome to Soul Swami Live. I am Soul Swami. What we do here is discuss healing in all of its various forms, all in an effort to become the best version of ourselves, evolving into becoming the best version of ourselves. We do this to create a collective energy because healing and evolving is really a communal event, right? We talk about we need the community to raise the children, but that's not the only thing that the community is needed for. A community is definitely needed for the evolution of you becoming your best version of yourself. We do that to create this collective energy. We do that also by having a show Tuesday and Thursdays. Tuesday show is generally informative. We do a lot of activities. We do some studying. We watch some videos. We do some live energy readings. And then Thursday night show is normally a book club, but I want to evolve from that. So Thursday night, if you're joining and this is your first Thursday night, you get to see how we shape this show and how we have shaped this show and reshaped it over the last 3 years, right? We've been doing this for 3 years, over 300 episodes done. If you'd like to go see some of those episodes, all of them are still on YouTube. Facebook, you'll see some. Twitch, you'll see some, but Twitch has a time limit. But every episode we've done from the very first tragic episode is on YouTube. We generally meet every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, right? You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and or Instagram, whichever site you feel comfortable with streaming from. That's where you go. You can catch us. So follow, subscribe, do all the things you need to do to get the notifications for when we go live so you can help create the collective energy as well. Generally, at the beginning of each show, we do a little uh, we focus on a different chakra or energy point to help to do a little work on that. And this week we are on the crown, which resides technically right above your forehead because your forehead is your third eye. Crown is right before above your forehead. Your crown is for your consciousness, your sacred knowledge, and your spiritual connection. Your crown helps you feel connected to the universe, to God, to your ancestors, to all those things around you. It also is about your sacred knowledge that you kind of get, and you can't quite say where it's from, but you know it's to be true, and facts support the truth of that knowledge that you have, right? So that is what the crown is for. If you are into color therapy, violet is the color for your crown. So you want to wear some violet colors, you want to eat some violet foods, spend some time in a violet light like we got going on here. That's why the lighting is a little purplish looking. Um, and do those things to help. If you are into essential oils or aromatherapy, you want to think frankincense, rosewood, myrrh, sandalwood, lavender. Lavender is all good. I still smile and laugh. I've been working on it, but for the last 3 years, it still makes me laugh when I read frankincense and myrrh. So I don't know if you ever seen Half Baked, but in Half Baked, Dave Chappelle worked at a research facility that was called Frankincense and Myrrh, which is interesting, right? So if you are into crystals and gemstones, you want to think selenite, you want to think amethyst, moonstone, diamond, clear quartz. All of those are very good for activating the energy of your crown, your thoughts process, your thoughts, your thinking, how you think. All that's good for it. So the next thing that we do during that time and during this time is a little bit of sound therapy. And for book club, we get to use all of the sound bowls today. We got the sound bowls. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're so excited. So our sound healing is evolving as well. So during this time, all you really have to do is just relax, rid yourself of the stresses of the day, and get ready to be able to be a part of this community to help evolve, make decisions, and be the best version of yourself. So it's funny 'cause it's different. I got to start getting fully dressed so I can get up and walk around. This is my beanbag chair. I don't know if I'm going to get the idea. I don't know if I'm going to use the beanbag chair or what, but for now, I'm doing it like this. Okay. tell what I need to do some work on the crown, because I'll be struggling to keep it going. Not like solar plexus, we were working on that for a minute, so solar plexus get immediately loud. We've been doing a lot of work with the throat, so the throat do good. We've been working on staying present, so the root does good. Learning to trust myself, my intuition is doing good, and took control of myself. Stop making decisions with my peace. The crown needs a little work. Hey, man. God damn. Listen, family, I'm laughing at myself because I love Werther's, right? And I hadn't been eating Werther's candy in I don't know how long. Well, Werther's an original. Man, listen, I bought a bag of that thing the other day. And, well, not the other day, it's been a minute now. But I bought a bag of it. And then it felt like half the bag disappeared. I ain't know where they went. I moved that little table. It's like 6, 7 candies sitting up under that table. So I guess tonight we got surprise Werther's. Whoop, 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 whoop. After dinner snack, right? Anyway, so the next thing that we do after sound therapy is we do a little breath work. And I think I'm gonna start doing breath work before sound, and then affirmations after sound. But next thing we do is a little breath work. Tuesday we did 478. I think I want to stick with 478 again. If you are unfamiliar with breath work, the numbers tell you how long to inhale, how long to exhale. How long to inhale, how long to hold your breath, and then how long to exhale, breathe out for. So for 478, we inhale for a 4 count, we hold for a 7 count, and then we exhale for an 8 count. But during this time, all you really have to do is just listen to the sound of my voice as I guide us through this breath exercise, right? So it's always good for recalibrating your energy and bringing you back down to earth, or activating the energy of your crown, whatever you need to do. Breath work is not specific to energy points. It's specific to the need that you need, right? So you need it, you do some breath work, right? And you figure out which one works best for you or for that situation, and you do it. So today we're doing 478, and you get to practice. So on the count of 3, family, I will start with the breath work of 478. And again, all you have to do is just listen to the sound of my voice as I guide us through this exercise. So 1, 2, 3. Breathe in 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, family. Breathe in 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next thing I want you to do is repeat these affirmations after me. These are things that you can say to activate the energy of your crown, that is your consciousness, your sacred knowledge, and your spiritual connection, right? So all these things remind you of who you are and the power you have in this world that we live in. Again, just repeat after me. I am divine. I am divine. I am connected to the universe. I am at peace. I am at peace. I am a spiritual being. I am a spiritual being. I release doubt and welcome faith. I release doubt and welcome faith. I am divine. I am connected to the universe. I am at peace. I am a spiritual being, and I release doubt and welcome faith. Release doubt and welcome faith. All right, family. Before we get started, this is your weekly reminder that you can do yourself a favor and support the channel by purchasing the 7 Spaces of Healing. 7 Spaces of Healing is a good foundational book to get you started on your evolution, on becoming the best version of yourself, by helping you conceptualize 7 spaces that you need to cultivate within you, and make sure that you are a part of these spaces, the community that will support your evolution. You need a space for love, a space for healing, a space for solitude, a space for trust, a space for risk without judgment, a space for accountability, and a space for forgiveness. You can purchase this for yourself now on Amazon, available on Amazon. Get you a copy. All right. So now, as I was saying, I had already been kind of thinking about changing book club, but I didn't know what to do. And then one of the Soul family shot me a text. I was talking to them about book club, and they were like, you don't have to be handcuffed to book club. Book club is where you were when you started the show, in an effort to reconnect to the childlike energy in you, right? With book club, by having someone read to you, right? But I kind of felt like book club didn't really add enough space for interaction or for the people to see a little bit of excitement. It was just me reading. Now, we will still continue to do some reading, but I also want to do a couple of other things, right? Something that makes it a little more interactive for the people, not be so trapped to that, or connect with other parts of ourselves, like our teenage self, our young adult self, or even connect with our present self a little bit better. There are activities and things that we can do to help do that. Hey, did you just join? As a matter of fact, I was just talking bad about you. Now you know I wasn't talking bad about you. You missed my I did use the crystal bowls today. But let me know if you see the poll in the chat. Since you are on Twitch, um, let me know if you see the poll in the chat because we're going to be voting on what else we would like to see as far as it relates to Soul Swami Live. Now, of course, Tuesday nights are still going to be focused on healing. Um, Nah, no. As a matter of fact, I was just talking. I said one of the Soul family texted me and told me I ain't need to be trapped to book club, and then you jumped on there right after I put the period on. I don't know. It's crazy. So it's supposed to show up. It may not show up, but if it doesn't matter because we still gonna talk about it, and then you could tell me what you like based on what we talked about. Now, these are my thoughts and ideas. So, some of these ideas will wind up being no. It should be visible on Twitch for sure. I know I did a practice poll, and Toddy told me that she did see it, but I don't know when it's gonna show up. So it should show up soon. Doo 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 doo. As a matter of fact, let me go check, and we can do that. I gotta go to the studio, folks. I forgot this mic is extra good, so I can probably be in the other room and still holler, and you can hear me holler, 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 holler. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, 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 holla. Let me holla at you. Holla, holla, holla. Holla, 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 holla. Holla, holla, holla. Boo! Ain't nobody ask you for your comments. Don't be showing up now. I've been doing stuff for the last 20 minutes and you ain't said nothing. Now you gonna come on here and try to be greasy. Oh, see, one of y'all gotta go. Like, listen, it ain't gonna be no tagging up on Andy. One of y'all gotta find something else to do with your life. I don't know what, but getting off my back sounds legit. Can y'all hear me now talking trash? I told you I ain't even gonna lie, man. If y'all can hear me now, I love that microphone. I love that microphone. Only if you do send me a video of you doing the Camden bounce. And try not to do it to the R. Kelly song, cause ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't no ain't nobody trying to hear it to no R. Kelly. Aura Kelly. Come on now. Come on now. Now technology is moving a little slow. Where we at? What the hell? What the hell? What the hellion? What the heliante? Mod tools. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right. Well, it's supposed to be showing. I might have to do it again, but we be alright. Hey, what you vote for? Okay, cuz that's what we doing next. We're gonna do some Iron Man. Okay, well, never mind. Y'all can't see that door open no more. Anyway. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna do some Iron Man. So it said it should. I might set it up a little differently. Generally, when we got to do the polls. Okay, I see y'all I voting. So the poll is showing up. What are you saying? You can't see what the word is to bring the poll up? I don't know. It's just supposed to show up. So generally when I set the polls, it's based on how many comments, lines in the chat. And I definitely put it on like 4 or 5 lines. I ain't put it on that many. And we should be past that, so it should show. I see y'all doing I vote, but it's supposed to be I vote A, I vote B, I vote C, I vote D. So as we go through this order, you know A, B, C, D. So it should be not I vote, exclamation point vote A, exclamation point vote B, exclamation point vote C, exclamation point vote D. So if it's not showing, that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. We are figuring this out together. That's one of the things where I talked about being a little more interactive, man. I don't know what I'm doing. So I didn't know what I was doing the first day we started this. So we're going to figure it out together as a team, So lo siento. Anyway, so these are the options. We almost gone through. So I vote scratch. Exclamation point vote. A is Soul Swami, the inner board meeting, right? So I like this idea. Well, I like all these ideas that I'm giving to you. Some of them seem a little bit better for a class because I will do a class on some of these. Some of these seem better for an actual show. So Soul Swami, the inner board meeting, which is very good. So what this will do, exclamation point vote A, is every episode will explore different parts of the ego as if it were a member of an organization leadership team. I like that idea because every part of the ego, the organization is ourself, right? And many of us understand organizations from work, but we don't see ourselves as an organization. I've always saw myself as an organization. I always tell everybody the brand is Anthony. And any job I've worked, it's just been a contract between Anthony, the brand Anthony, and whatever organization. So I've always saw myself as a brand and low key kind of ran myself somewhat like an organization. So this is going to help us be able to see ourselves as an organization, and each of the different egos will show up as a different member of the organization, right? So as we describe and we go through it, you all will be able to suggest who you think made the decisions today, right? Whether it's the survival ego, whether it's the victim ego, whether it's the wounded ego, the healthy ego, spiritual ego. We'll go through all the egos and you'll be able to decide which one. Then we'll analyze the results, right? So I vote A, exclamation point vote A, is Soul Swami, the inner board meeting. Organization, ego shows up as different members of the organization, right? The next one I also like. I'm biased though, so don't quote me. Well, do quote me. I don't care. The next option would be ego court. Ego court. Ego court. Ego court. Ego court. So I exclamation point vote B would be ego court. Ego court. Now, what is ego court? I like this one as well too. It's just a little more complex, right? In the sense. So how ego court will work is I get to be the judge. And then I get some volunteers to present the situation. Examples would be like my coworker took credit for my work, or something more relating to my mate isn't understanding me, or I don't know how to do this with my child, anything like that, right? And the egos, the defendants, will be one of the egos, right? Either the survival ego, victim ego, righteous ego, spiritual ego, healthy ego, wounded ego, fragile ego, inflated ego, knowledge ego, doer ego. We covered a bunch of ego. We did 10 to 15 different egos. So the defendants will be the ego, and each ego will argue their case, and then the audience, you all, the soul family, will vote on who that they think argued their case the best, and then I, as the judge, will decide. So, exclamation point vote B is for ego court, ego court, ego court, right? A situation, and the defendants will be survival ego, the different egos, and each ego will argue their case, and then the audience will vote, right? And then I'll deliver the verdict. That is exclamation point vote B. Exclamation point vote B. Next will be exclamation point vote C. Exclamation point vote C. Okay, can y'all see it now? Boop, boop, boop. Fantastic. I hope, hoop. So, choice C is Soul Swami hot seat, and we've kind of done this, so it's kind of set up like this, but I just didn't go further or invest a little more time in it because I don't know. I wanted it to be a little more organic than just looking up random situations like I am the asshole. But the next one will be Soul Swami hot seat, or as what we did as Soul Swami, right? So in this situation, you all or anyone can present a challenge, whether it be relationship challenge, leadership challenge, career challenge, spiritual challenge, any of those things. I will analyze it using some of the things that we talked about: ego, psychology, the universal law, leadership principles, various things, various information, factual information that we have out here. And I give some ideas based on what the relationship challenge is and how to navigate it through those lenses, through a psychology lens, the ego dynamics, universal laws, or leadership principles, right? So that is I vote exclamation point vote C. A is the inner board meeting. B is ego court. C is hot seat. Oh man, did I mess up? It should have been 5 up there. The next one is stewardship. Stewardship. I like stewardship. I think it is a good repetitive show topic, and it really deals with a lot of my work. So the context of some of these ideas, what I forgot to tell you, they are based on blending my professional self with my healing self, right? So in my professional, I do a lot of work around leadership, fiscal management, and compliance, right? I also do a lot of work around in my personal self, my healing self. I do a lot of work around personal growth. I do this in my professional life too. Professional growth, psychology, ego structure, and spiritual development. And also, in this context, I do a lot of teaching of complex ideas through interactive trainings and storytelling. I do that as Soul Swami, and I also do that as Anthony Howe. So these are the contexts. I shut up. I do a lot of the context for the ideas: leadership, fiscal management, compliance, personal growth, psychology, and ego structure, and teaching complex ideas through interactive trainings and storytelling. That's literally what I do with my life. So again, A is inner board meeting, B is ego court, C is hot seat, and D is stewardship. Those are our choices. Exclamation point, vote, and the letter A, B, C, or D. Now, there's one more that I don't think I put up there, but I like it. I think I'm going to develop a class around this and sell that. You dig? Or you can sign up for the class. I think this is more, yeah, I just feel like this is more of a curriculum type thing. So it is the universal laws experiment, right? So we did a whole section on the universal laws. We did 12 universal laws, and most of the universal laws people aren't necessarily aware of. They just really know the law of manifestation, right? And they try to manifest the law of attraction, law of manifestation. Those are the only two, but there are 12 total universal laws. So what we would do with the universal laws is every week we will test one law. So for example, we'll do the law of vibrations, right? So everything vibrates at its own frequency. We know that it's easy to see where water moves to ice, because water, the molecules are vibrating freely, and then when it turns to ice, they vibrating very tight, which makes sense, right? Water is spread out, ice is very compact. So we'll do something like the law of vibrations, and we'll track our thoughts for 7 days. We track our mood for those same 7 days, and then track the outcomes. And then, of course, we'll come back and we'll have some group discussion around what the results were for ourselves. What did we learn? So what we'll be doing with this is taking what we have been learning and applying it and putting it to action, right? Knowledge is one thing. So knowledge itself is not powerful. The application of that knowledge can be very powerful. So we've learned so many different things. I want to make sure that we're in a space that we start applying that knowledge. Oh, man. Okay, are we back? All right. So if the vote is up there, then do your vote, family, please. A, B, C, or D. Exclamation point, vote. A, B, C, or D. Exclamation point, vote A. Exclamation point, vote B. Exclamation point, vote C. Exclamation point, vote D. A, again, the inner board meeting. B, again, ego court. C, again, Soul Swami in the hot seat. And D, again, is stewardship. An honorable mention is the universal laws, but I'm not doing a show on that again. I said I think that is better for a class. I will do a class around that, so we can start applying some of these things that we have learned, right? So if you don't see the if you don't see the poll, then don't sweat it. Put your vote in the chat, A, B, C, or D, and we'll base it on the chat. Hey. All right, new family, welcome. If you're watching, don't be afraid to join in, chat it up with the rest of the family, say hello, soul family, and trust me, they will speak back. They are there, but they're probably being part-time haters. Oh no, I'm sure they're so focused on voting that they not interacting. Man, I don't care about you, bro. All right. I see hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. So y'all got D and Z, right? Love you, miss you, have fun with your baby. I can't wait to see you again. We need to connect. Probably all have some 40s or something like that. Exciting. But D and C. So y'all like stewardship And hot seat. Well, if you like hot seat, you better come with some suggestions. As a matter of fact, I might start asking people to inbox me. We might do some hot seat. I do like that. So those are the ones that are in the lead now. Hot seat and C and D stewardship. Interesting. Wasn't quite ready for that, but I'll take it. Okay. So, next thing I was going to do, but it kind of seems like we done burnt through the hour, but I don't care. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I do care about one thing. Oh man, that's bananas. That's bananas. Hey, okay. You are not gonna believe this, but I did all that talking and waiting for it to show up on Twitch. It's been doing numbers on YouTube. The poll is going ham sandwich on YouTube. So if you want to do a formal vote, you might need to be on YouTube. I even shared the link. Like if you want to vote, go to Twitch. And we struggling with the votes on Twitch, but on the YouTube, it's like don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. So months ago, almost a year ago, I bought this 3D Iron Man mask, right? So I'm one of those people who are kind of biased. I like me a good live action show. And I've been meaning to go live and do it. But one of the difficult things for me is finding more time to go live than what I already have scheduled, right? So instead of forcing myself to find more time when I could be resting, planning, building, doing a lot of different stuff, I decided that it makes sense to just use the time that we already have. Jesus, do they want me to get in this? I mean, plastic used to be easy to tear. Sheesh. All right, man. It's over here making me look weak. There we go. Good googa mooga. So we're gonna take some time. We're gonna jaw jack and work on this monkey mask. Yeah, I really do like the Stewart one. Stewart. That's probably one of the reasons why Steward, not Stewart. Even though I know a place called Stewartville, I'm not talking about Stewartville. I'm talking about Stewart. Steward. So Stewart has been showing up a bunch in my life, and I was wondering why, but maybe it was pointing me to this direction, something that I can do a class on. So I don't know what I'm doing. These are all the pieces, and this is the guide. Detailed model, easy to simple, designed for display. 96 pieces. I messed around. I said I was going to start doing puzzles, right? And I went and got this puzzle that said it was 1,000 pieces or 500 pieces. It's not like I'm grown. I can do me a good 500 word puzzle. I got that puzzle and pulled out all them little tiny pieces, and I was like, never mind. So it's A. Okay. I didn't even know A was folded. So it's A. And I thought this was all the sheets, but seems to be they are folded. This is B. I need that first. A. All right, well. A, B, C. Wow. D. Ironically, I bought this from Ollie's. Ollie's is like Big Lots, but on steroids, right? What Big Lots used to be. So Ollie's has a bunch of overstock. I don't even know. So it's one of those places that you go, if you see it, you better go ahead and buy it, because it ain't gonna be there when you go back. So I went and I bought it. I should have bought two. They had the little ship to what Star Trek, Star Wars, Star Trek ship. And I ain't buy that either. But I probably should have. Because I think it's going to be cool when we get it together. We have another display. I like art. I ain't going to say I'm lazy, but I generally am funny about the art. And okay, so this is the base. I got it. Most of my art is stuff that I got myself. Either I took the picture and put it on canvas, or somebody sent me a picture and I put it on the canvas. But either way, most of it is stuff that I did myself. But I won't go beyond that. So here we are with stuff like Iron Man mask. Boop, 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 doop, doop. Now, hopefully this won't embarrass me, because it involves reading. And, all right, so what is this? I need A. Scratch. That's not even A. It's B. I need A3 and B3. So this big thing is A3. All right, I'm focused. I don't want to mess it up. There we go. We got it out of here. It doesn't feel that fragile. What you mean? Oh, putting stuff together. Listen, I guess I did get my degree to be a put together. I talked all that trash. Like, ain't nobody go to school, get no degree, put no damn furniture together. I did. But here we are with degrees, putting shit together. All right, let me get the pieces out first. Then I need B1. That's A3. We need B1. Donde SB1. This is B1. The other half of the helmet looks like. God darn. I can tell the smaller pieces are a lot easier to get out. Hey, you're gonna have to tell Miss Yvonne I changed my mind. I'm like, you do get a degree to put furniture and furniture and stuff together. I'm trying not to cuss, but they say cursing is a sign of an intelligent mind. And many people like to tell themselves that cursing is a sign of an unintelligent mind, but the research does not agree with that. So I got A, B, I need A3 and B1. Now I need A7 and A1. A7, A1. Okay, we're gonna go back to A. This is A1. This is A7. I already started punching out A7, so we in there. And this is A1. Listen, I'm glad I do know how to follow directions a little bit, okay? A very, very, very little bit. I feel like something ain't right. Okay, so A7 goes in slot 1. Make sure A7 goes in slot 1 on B. So, okay, well, I guess that makes sense because it say 1 and 1. There we go. And B goes in slot 2. All right. Two, one. All right. This thing might need to be childproof, yeah. Cause I'm struggling. All right. We got a piece done. I feel like something missing. No, we're not dealing with that black stuff yet. And ain't no gold. Well, hold on. What is this? H. We not on H. We is messing with C though. This thing, it's definitely childproof. I feel like I accomplished something with this. All right, so now we're gonna need C1. Donde es C? G. This is C. And what is C1? This unit. C1. And I stick that in hole 3. Boom, boom. All right. Then we need C4. This is C4. What's y'all think? Toddy, you gonna be one of the characters on the Love Boat. C4 goes in hole 5. Jesus Christ. Yeah, how is something gonna get in there? I'm curious. Okay, maybe I need to slide this in further. There we go. Now it's all the way in there. Now it's getting rid of this sight. And then we're gonna put on hole 5. I can't even see hole 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 5. All right, this hole 5. And we slide that in there. Boom, boom. Now I need B5. Hey, B. B5. Donde es B5? This is B5. Put B5 in hole 4, which is back here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. That is done. And A4. This is A4. All right. So A4 goes in what? both sides look the same. Kinda, but not really. They do look a little different. This side don't quite look like this side at all. Okay, but we gonna see where we going with this. B2. Donde es B? B2. Let's get that out. And where we put B2 at? B2 goes in hole 7. Hole 7. Donde es hole 7 back here? Alright. This is hole 7. Yeah, this is definitely a puzzle. No doubt about that. Yeah, it's just interesting. Oh shoot! Don't break, man. There we go. Come on now. I knew you need to slide in there a little further. All right. Now we need B3. Still dealing with B. That's 6. This 3. And we put B3 in hole 6. Okay, so 6 is back here. And we put it in like this. And then we need C7. C7, don't worry, family. We're not about to do all 96 pieces a night. We'll wrap this up in a little bit. So we're on C7. This is C. Donde es C7? Alexa, turn living room lights white. We need a little more light in here. I can't have C. Oh, we got bend it. That's interesting. Let me take that off. There's some little holes. Perforated holes. I'm sure these little tiny pieces got to come out that would be all over the floor if I don't put them somewhere. For real, for real. And I'll be stepping on little pieces of cardboard. I'm wondering what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? All right. So we got that. And then we need A2. A, B, A2. A2 goes right here. I need to poke all these out. Because we're going to need these in a minute. And I ain't think nothing of it when we started. So I'm glad to see that before I put too much stuff in this thing. And then I couldn't get these out. And I would not be able to get these out and be so disappointed. So disappointed. And all that work. And I had to figure out a way to take it apart and drive myself crazy. Alright, so again, 7 goes right here. Boom, boom. It's a lot. This mask better be sturdy enough for me to wear. I get finished with all this. Jesus, get off the notorious. All right, we're getting somewhere slowly but surely. Okay, and that's what I thought. That thing was sitting a little too far out. We're on page 3. So I need C6. Is A done? No. C6. First, then see somebody. See you later, alligator. And C6 goes in hole 8. Scratch. C6 goes in holes 9. Slat 9. All right. So this is 9 right here. That's 9, and then we need C3. C3. This has got a bunch of little tabs, so I feel like it's about to be tab-tastic. And that will go in hole 8. This is 8. There we go. You had to wiggle it around a little bit for it to fit in there. You got a lot done, really. You got a long way to go for it looks like this, though. A long way. But we getting a little closer. And then I need D5. Jesus Christ. This is G. D. D5. Earpiece. This is D5. All these little holes in there. I know something gonna poke into each and every one of these little tabs. So let me poke them out now. Since I'm hip to the program, I know what's going on. All right. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Put that there, some junk. Now, D5, green dot, okay. So I guess it's gotta be folded like an accordion. Okay. So the green dot goes in this hole. Okay. Green for this hole. Wait a minute, something seems off. Something seems a little, okay, there we go. That wasn't in enough. Something was seeming a little off. I was like, what is going on? Can you see it? Okay. Boom, boom. Come on, man, get on up out of here. Okay, and this hooks on to the back. I see. It's definitely a puzzle. This ain't just like a model. There we go. Okay. All right, now that's in there. Boom, boom, boom. Then I'm gonna need D1. Jesus Christo. ABC. D. Donde. F. E. H. I. J. All right. So that means D is over here. D1. Is that D1? D01. Okay, so I can read. D01. D1 goes in hole 11. And hole 11, it's right here. And then we need B6. B6s. And that will go in hole 10. 11 and 10. 11 and 10. So 10 and 10. Boom, boom, boom. So that's done. This is will be sturdy when it's finished, for real, for real. Now I need D8. D8, that's D10. So we're looking for B8. Another set of these tiny little holes. You gotta poke the tabs out. Hey man, we actually did numbers today. We had a couple people on Twitch enjoying us. They don't went out, so but I don't care. I enjoy when they do stop through, and hopefully they'll be back. Put that junk there. This is D8. Okay, so it goes on top of this earpiece. Okay, so this looks right. And I have to put it on these holes. And that's on there. Boom, boom, boom. That don't make sense. Put a small circle piece on top of the circle piece. So this is how it looks so far, family. Boop, 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 doop, boop. And we'll do page 4 and then wrap up the show. So now I need D9. We've been working on D9, so D9. Wait a minute. As I can see it, this don't look like D9. That D4. This D9. Okay, here we go. Now I got my glasses on, so I know I wasn't seeing nothing wrong. All right now. Let's see what they want us to do. D, the arrow, go to the arrow. I'm doing it wrong. So, okay. Alright, this makes more sense. So you put the green arrow, poke that in that hole, poke that in that hole. Boom, boom, boom. Try not to break it. Andy. Listen, I don't know if I told y'all that story about my stepfather. My mama be calling me Anthony. And he thought she was saying Andy D4. I already looked at that, so I know that this is D4. D4 goes in the other house, I guess. Boop, 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 we do. All right, I think that is right. We'll find out. Now I need G4. G, we not even on G. G4. G4. This is G4. And that goes in hole 12. G4 goes to 12. G6 goes to 13. G6, G says, G says, G says. G6. And so 13. God dang. I'm over here firing the pieces at you, right? What did I say that was? 13, 13. Slit 13. And then G5. This look like G5. And that goes in hole 14. 14. 14 resides right here. Alright, G5. Okay, so D10 gonna go on top of that. Now I need D2. What is this? D. Fantastical. That's D10. What is D2? This D2. D2 will go in 15. Oh God. Will be still growing. Then we need D6. D says. This look like D6. And that goes in 16. Says. Yes, he says. I don't know. This might be a little sturdy once I get it together. It's a little questionable right now. But once we get it there, I can see this being a little more sturdy than I thought. Now I need D10. You know what that is? Because I've been looking at it 10,000 times. And it look like a little pinwheel. the green again. I guess it don't matter. So that's good. Green to green. Alright, something's off. What are these things? Okay, so maybe it don't go in the holes. Okay, it does not. It does not go in the holes, it go in these slats. Okay, it's definitely it like this. Okay. No, blood clot. Okay, good. All right, there we go. Jesus. There we go. God dang it. I get one in and the other comes out. All right. Now I need F2. F2. I'm riding around town with the girl I love, and I'm like F2. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough, and I'm like F you, F her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Now ain't that some shit? Now ain't that some shit? Although it's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best, and I'm like, fuck you. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is one for your dad, so bad. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. Alright, so that's 4 pages of work. And this is where we are right now. What is page 5 gonna be? And I think we will wrap up the show right there and do a little bit more next week. Family, I appreciate you. If you follow me, you can always leave a post, or as you go through this video, you can check out the video and you can leave a comment on the video to what your vote is for how book club will evolve. So let me know. As always, family, I appreciate you. And thank God for the weekends, because It's pretty much TGIF. So, but it's still a little TGIT, but TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So, I appreciate you as always. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. Um, you can be anywhere in this world, but you chose to be here with us, and I thank you for that. So, until next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I wish you the best and much gratitude, family. And with that, I say peace, peace, family.